Happy Thursday, IG. Shoot, I live in good day. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, IG. Look here, I'm feeling it myself today. I'm incredibly excited because your girl won her first tennis match against her coach today. And I'm hella hyped about it because I know he let me win. That's the first thing, right? I didn't win on my own. But I'm hyped about it. Hey, Danielle. I'm hyped about it because he could have not let me win. I've been playing with him for a couple months now and I always lose. So today I actually won and I feel in myself because of it. I tell him I was going to have a great day just because I finally won a match against him, a match that he did let me win. But you know what? That's what good coaches do, right? And he knew that I needed that kind of motivation to hype me up. And that was before he dropped the bombshell on me that, next month he wants me to play in a tournament. And he needed, I needed that type of motivation and encouragement in order to keep myself in the game. And sometimes that's what we need, right? Just a little bit of motivation, just a little bit of encouragement to keep ourselves in the game, to keep ourselves focused. And that's what my win gave me this morning. So now I want to ask you, how you winning, man? What's up with you? How are you feeling? Do you feel like you're in a winning season? And if not, why not, right? A couple of years ago, I think that was 2016, Carlos and I went to the Olympic Rio Games, and y'all, it was off the chain. If you've been following me from back then, I shared a whole bunch of that stuff on my timeline because it was just such an amazing experience. And we got to be in the stadium when Shawnee Miller won that gold medal, when our boys, our 4x4 team, won their bronze medal, and those were the two medals that we won as a nation in those Olympic Games, and it was incredibly exciting. Before Shawnee ran, Carlos and I actually saw her in the stadium, right? She was like heading toward, I guess, where the athletes go, so it wasn't a long interaction that we had with her, but we saw her as she was walking, and her head, you could see in her face, she was just focused on what she was about to do. Right behind her was her coach and her team and her people to support her and cheer her on. And within a couple of minutes, we were watching this girl dive over Allyson Felix to get that gold medal, and we had a whole stand screaming, Bahamas, Bahamas, right? And so all these people who from Brazil and all these different countries were joining us in this celebration of our athlete as she won this gold. And a lot of us got to celebrate as a nation because she had won. But what sort of work and effort and energy goes into winning a gold medal? And I think that for a lot of us, maybe we're not athletes, right? I played with my tennis coach this morning. I ain't going to Wimbledon, no dive zone. But if we could just push ourselves, or have people around us that push us, if we're willing to put in the work, if we have the coaches that say, you know what, you could get to the next level, here's some correction, here's some guidance, here's what I need you to focus on next, then we'd be able to get ourselves to the next place. And so I'm asking you again, what are your gifts and what is your purpose, right? Shanae had a gift, she had a purpose, her goal when she came into the Olympics was to get the goal, and she did it. And now I want to put that back on you. I'm not going to run, at least not that type of race, right? I run in a Christian race, but not that kind of race. But I am racing against myself often. I'm racing against myself so that I can be the best person that I can be always. I'm pursuing purpose relentlessly because I believe that I've been called, as we all have, to praise God. And I do that when I show up and I use the talents that He's given me. That's what the talent of the parable is all about, right? The talents of God given to each of us, that what He believes we can handle, and then seeing that multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. And when we multiply it here on earth, He promises that He's going to give us more. That's exactly what the parable says, right, Arlene? So I wonder where you are, man, and do you need a coach? Because now may be the time. So here's the thing. I'm not gifted in running. I'm not gifted in tennis, even though my coach let me win today. What I am gifted in is speaking life into people. But I will tell you that there was a time when using that gifting would actually make me depressed. Hey, Margaret, good to see your face in the place. It really would. I would go into a graduation or an award ceremony. I'd come to speak to a group of women. I'd go into a church and I would pour out, man, and I would see lives transform, and then I would leave feeling depleted and broke, right? Everybody life transformed, but I still ain't got no money in my bank account though. So how does it work? And I would be like, God, you said my gifts would make room for me, and I'm really grateful, but could I get some money to furnish the rooms that I go into? Because right now, your girl ain't making no money. And I had to realize that I would have to make an investment in myself in order to kind of start to do some things differently. So there are 3 things that I've learned that I want to share with you about how we kind of just take our gift to the next level, how we go for gold in the gifting that we've been given. The first is that you need a perspective shift. So I had to learn to, one, see the rewards not just monetarily, but in people. I had a guy come up to me the other day, and he is actually a mixologist, but he's won these international mixology competitions, and he's just doing really well. And he said to me, Star, I want to thank you because years ago I was doing a competition at Atlantis, and you said to me, just keep shining, keep going, and you gave me the encouragement I needed to keep pushing, right? So that's reward, because his life is transformed by something I said. So that's not monetary, but that means I got a good face with him now. Whenever he sees me, I get my drinks, right? And so how do we see our rewards that way? But the other perspective perspective I needed was in how else do I turn my gifting into a source of revenue that I could actually live on. And I couldn't do that in a limited space. I needed to be surrounded by the right people. So that's the second P that helped me to transform things, right? You need the right people in your corner. If everyone around you has been doing the same thing all along, you're not going to change because everybody's doing the same thing. We need exposure. We need to be in places where people are doing things differently. And so you need to be in the right conferences. You need to be going to the right, whether they're virtual or in person, symposiums. You need to be learning around people who are different than you so that you could have new perspective, right? And so people and perspective were the first two P's. And then the third thing I got after I joined this community with my coach, after she had me surrounded by people doing all these different types of things with that gift of speaking, was that I was able to then create a plan. And so within my community, within those groups of people that are showing me different things, every year I get to say, okay, guys, this is my plan. This is what I want to do in these 3 months. They got to call me back a month later and say, okay, Star, did you do it? Why didn't you do it? And so we're able to go through it because they hold me accountable to the plan that I set. So Shanae, for example, that day when we saw her before she was about to run, I'm sure her and her coach would have been prepping for forever, right? Athletes have to do that all the time. They have to set the goals, set the time. Then they got to be lifting heavy weights. They got to be eating the right food. Like everything comes down in bite-sized pieces to get to the big plan at the end. And so I'm asking you, what is your plan? And do you have the bite-sized pieces, the small steps in order to execute that plan? See, because it all fits together, right? You need the plan, but you need the people to help you and support the plan. You need the people to help you get the plan in the first place because you need to understand a new perspective, and it all comes together. So I'm sharing all of this to say to you that my life continues to be transformed, and I'm far from where I want to go, right? I got a little bit more dollars to furnish the place, but I still not where I want to be. But because I'm in this community where I'm continuing to grow and I'm continuing to be coached, my eyes are open to new ways and new avenues. That means that when I start to get the money that you're working for, I'm going to know how to work it, how to put it in the right place, how to get it to stretch, how to get it to the next level. And I fully trust that whether or not I end up in an arena like Shanae, people cheering my name, I believe the angels will cheer my name on because I've taken the talent that God has given me and I continue to pursue it to the best of my ability. Are the angels cheering you on too? Are you building your reward in heaven by pursuing the things on earth that really matter, by pursuing the gifting that God has given you? Do you even know what the gift is? Some of us don't even know. So I want to tell you, I have my best Me Mastermind class coming. It starts on Thursday. So excited. I've only got 3 slots left. I want to encourage you to make the investment in yourself. Make the investment in yourself. If you want more information, there's a link in my bio. If you want to call me, we can set up a time. That link is in my bio as well for a clarity call on what you'll gain from this course. But I will tell you that my life has been transformed by coaching and community, and I believe that yours can be too. In this particular course, we're going to do the things that I've done. Pray. God opened so many doors, including the one that led me to my coach to begin with. We're going to be learning about the power of prayer, how to pray, how to petition God for the things that we need. We're also going to be talking about purpose and how that manifests itself. And then we're going to plan, right? Because you could have all the purpose in the world, all the gifting in the world without a plan, without a coach, without the guidelines to get you there. It's not going to matter. So check it out. Let me know if you wanted to chat some more about how we can get connected. And if this is not the right thing for you, that is perfectly fine. But I don't want y'all to say that Stein never offered y'all the opportunity to take it to the next level. I sure did. And it's up to you to decide, whether it's me or someone else, how you're going to pursue the greatness that is already built in you. All right, y'all. Wishing you guys a very happy Tuesday. Y'all carry on smartly. Keep shining. Keep doing your thing. Keep pushing to the next level, man. So many good things are in all of you. You only need to go for the gold. I'm going to talk to y'all again real soon. Bye.